In this video, we're going to take a look at complete jump conditioning and in particular plyometrics. When you take off in the long and triple jump, immense amounts of force need to be overcome in a split second. In that minuscule amount of time, a huge amount of force needs to be imparted through the takeoff. In the triple jump, the ground contact's obviously slow throughout the phases, but the amount of weight overcome on each landing is likewise multiple times body weight. There are a multitude of plyometric drills that you can add to your training. It's selecting the ones that will work the best for long and triple jump and sprints that's crucial. To get the most from your plyometrics, you need to be in the zone. You need to be focused on what you're doing and not going through the motions. Why is this important? Well, you want to maximise your fast twitch motor units and muscle fibre recruitment. If you're not in the zone and supplying sufficient neural energy to your muscles, this won't happen. Recovery is also important. You don't want to rush your plyometrics and get your session done quickly. Even between these drop jumps, you need around 30 seconds of recovery before going again, so that the high energy phosphates in your muscles can be replenished. I'm often asked about the quantity of plyometric drills you should do in your workouts. This is a difficult question to answer, as much of the work that power athletes do is indeed plyometric, for example sprinting and sprint drills. But when it comes to specific plyometric drills, such as these drop jumps, I will look at speed of reaction. If this slows, then the athlete may need more rest or needs to stop the session there and then. Continuing to train will result in an inferior training response. So what is a plyometric activity? Well, as you'll see here, Jason is blocking his landings after stepping off the mats. His muscles on landing will go on stretch. That's the muscles around the ankle, knees and hips. This is known as an eccentric action. An eccentric action is an absorbent one. In terms of plyometric action, in these bounds, when Jonathan lands, it's the eccentric action. As he pushes into each subsequent bound, the muscles work concentrically. They shorten to generate force. So, a plyometric exercise combines a quick fire transference from an eccentric to a concentric action. The quicker this stretch reflex occurs, the more power that will be generated. In fact, plyometric exercises are designed to generate increased levels of power output above and beyond what could be achieved in the weights room. Drop jumps form a major part of my training philosophy. Much of the research, use and application of plyometrics derives out of the former Soviet Union. As I've mentioned, it's speed of reaction that's crucial when performing drop jumps or other plyometrics. The Soviets discovered that dropping down from heights of 75 centimeters maximised speed and reactivity. The research was based on the evaluation of different drop heights from between 0.15 metres and 1.55 metres and involved high-level track and field sprinters, jumpers and throwers. I'm using a lower height here, approximately 50 centimetres. This is because bounce can't result. In order to leave the ground quickly, the athletes must learn to fire their legs. Jumping down from a higher height can result in more of a bounce due to gravity. I've even experimented with even lower heights for the same reason. The idea is to increase rate of force development and increase leg stiffness. These qualities will then improve event performance. For reference, the Soviets discovered that the optimum height for strength development was 1.50 meter. We do occasionally include jumps from this height as well to mix and match. Although some people would see the drills you are watching now as agility ones, they are in fact plyometric. We include them into our workouts in order to develop stability and control and reactivity. It is possible to add weights to plyometric exercises, for example, jump squats. However, the research that does exist, for example from the Soviet Union again, indicates that this is negative in terms of increasing power. It actually slows down contact times and reactivity, which is what you don't want. What about the angle on landing from a drop jump? A team of Spanish researchers looked specifically at this and concluded that to optimize sprint enhancement, the combination of different types of plyometrics and the use of training programs that incorporate greater horizontal acceleration, i.e. sprint-specific plyometrics, and jumps with a horizontal displacement would be recommended. Therefore, to get the most from your plyometrics, you need to vary the types that you include in your training. However, it's important to consider some of the points that I've talked about in this video. For example, being in the zone and firing your fast twitch motor units and muscle fibers as quickly as possible, thus enhancing reactivity and leg stiffness. And finally, look out for slowing down when you're performing your plyometrics. If your reactions do decrease, then it could well be time to stop the session, as you won't be getting maximum benefits. As usual, thanks for listening and good luck with your training and competitions.